Hello, this is Nino and I'm going to share with you some tutorial I'm working on today. So right now I'm using this watercolor pencil and this watercolor paper. I'll be using some inks. Sorry, long day. More inks and maybe a little bit of this. It's kind of like bronzy color. So today I'll be working on this paper. This is watercolor paper. This is for my art collector, and I already did outlined the painting, and now I'll be working on adding color, some water mixed with different layers of watercolor and different style of work. So I've been getting lots of requests from people to show a little tutorial. Let's get started. So right now I'm adding some water first before adding any color. So whatever you want, a little like nice blend of water color on a piece of paper. You have to kind of make sure the surface is wet. I'm just using plain water right now, only water, plain. Okay, and make sure you work when it's wet. Otherwise, it's not gonna give that watercolor style. Okay. So this is like first layer of paint. I'm using watercolor inks, and first layer is very important because it's gives a tone to the art. It's like kind of like base you'll be working on, and putting more layers, and I think more you work, you will get a feel like which direction artwork gonna take. So you'll be more inspired in the process of painting. So make sure between layers needs to dry. Paper needs to dry so you can work over and over. Okay? It gets a little challenging painting and filming and talking same time, but I just want to show you guys and the process, and yeah, I'll try to do my best. First time I'm using this brand, so I don't know how it's gonna work, but I'm experimenting right now, I guess. So point for here for me is to make a little water, and water has to be kind of liquidy, airy feel. So every technique has its own style to work in, and own kind of like, I wouldn't say rules, but like kind of like techniques. So watercolor has its own technique to work with like layers, and make sure when surface has to be moist and not, and when you work on a dry surface. So right now first layer, it's always best to work when it's wet. So kind of has to be a fast process. In a young age, I studied from masters in a school and also family too. My whole family is professional artists, so I got training very young age. So yeah, lots of knowledge to share, I guess. Okay. To be night, so I'm making a layer around the moon so it looks a little more darker. And right now I'm using alcohol ink. It's the first time I'm using this brand, so we'll see how it works. So I'm mixing it a little bit in the water on the side, so let's see what happens. Add a little bit more water so it's nice and flowy. A little bit more color. It has to be kind of light, so like a air, you know, light, not too patchy. And with the watercolors, I've been taught, and from personal experience too, more layers you add, more darker it will be. So even if you use the same layer on a dried surface one time, it gets dried, second time gets dried, third time gets dried, and so on, it becomes darker and darker. It's how like a kind of mastery is achieved, just from personal experience and classes I took from professional artists and masters. So they gave me their knowledge, and I'm giving my knowledge to you. Okay. One more thing I'd like to add is, in a watercolor, you have to kind of know when to stop and let the surface dry, so you can work on the second layer. So right now I see they're all, you know, I worked the first layer fast as I could, blended correct colors, and if I need to let it dry, make sure you let it dry, because this technique is not like acrylics or oil paints that you can work over and over and over and make corrections. Watercolors not as forgiving as other medias are, like acrylic and oils that you can work over and over. Acrylics, working in watercolors is more a little more delicate. That's why it's a little more harder to master this style. Okay, so I'm gonna let the surface dry now. Right now I'm adding golden color. I love using different this one is metallic, so kind of like different textures to the art. Gives kind of like gives different definition. it. It's acrylic. It's called Iridescent Medium. Okay, let's see how it will look. Shimmering effect this pigment is giving to the art. So I'm gonna work same color mixed with water on the surface of the water. It'll give nice shimmery feel to the water itself, and I like that effect. So as you see, I'm not afraid of mixing different kind of like acrylic mixed with watercolors. I'm not afraid of doing that because I love the effect it gives, kind of like three-dimensional effect it gives, and I love that. It'll be nice. It needs to be dried, but see, it look very nice and shiny. When it gets dried, it won't be shiny, but it will be still like very nice and different. Okay, I'm gonna let it dry.